Naoya Inoue beats TJ Doheny as the fight is stopped due to an apparent back injury to Doheny in round 7. Inoue defends his undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO super bantamweight world titles. Here are some reactions.
You guys sitting with their jaws hanging on them.
Yeah, what was it on the back? Like the sciatic?
It's the muscle right above my hip, Sean. I just can't use my leg.
All of a sudden felt the leg go dead, right?
Right leg. I tried to push off. When I come back now, I tried to push off and I went, nah.
Yeah, no, you could see it then.
And now the more I try it,
One of the most awaited clashes between Naoya Inoue and TJ Doheny has finally come to an end, and the boxing community had already predicted the outcome. Before the fight, Teddy Atlas assessed Doheny's performance by highlighting his key attributes. Atlas noted Doheny's constitution, referring to his physical and mental resilience, which helped him endure the fight's demands. He also praised Doheny's heart for his determination and courage, his pride that drove him to maintain his reputation, and his experience that provided strategic insight. Atlas acknowledged the challenge of the remaining 4.5 rounds, predicting that Doheny might get stopped before the end. Despite this, he believed Doheny's strengths would contribute to his ability to persist through the tough final stages of the bout.
I'm going to say Doheny's got enough constitution, enough heart, enough pride, enough experience to last 4.5 rounds. I think he's going to get stopped, but I think he's got enough experience to last 4.5.
In a recent interview with The Ring, Mike Altamura, Doheny's manager, discussed the strategy needed to combat Inoue's dynamic offensive style. Altamura noted that Inoue had a diverse array of punches and was very fast on his feet, but he tended not to move his head much. According to Altamura, this lack of head movement could present countering opportunities for TJ, who needed to stay sharply focused on the game plan. He stated, "TJ is going to have to deactivate certain weapons of Inoue, who is very dynamic offensively and has a really nice kit of punches," said Mike Altamura. "He's very fast with his feet, but he doesn't move his head a lot though. I think there are going to be opportunities there for TJ to counter him and to walk him into shots, but he's got to be really switched on to the game plan." Altamura expressed confidence in Hector Bermudez, whom he considered one of the best trainers in boxing. He believed that Bermudez had developed an effective strategy to handle Inoue and was eager to see how the plan would unfold on September 3rd. He further said, "I feel as though Hector Bermudez, who to me is one of the most outstanding trainers in world boxing, has the right formula and the right game plans to be effective against Inoue, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it is going to play out on September 3rd. Sam Goodman had said that he had beaten him, putting him down and making him run all around the ring after the initial knockdown. Despite his efforts, Goodman felt he had never received the credit he deserved. The opponent had been an old man when Goodman defeated him, but now with another chance, he was being recognized as a good fighter once more.
Yeah, when I beat him, I put him down, I made him run all around the ring after I did put him down, and I never really got the credit for it. He was an old man when I beat him, but now he's got the shot, so he's a good fighter again."
Eddie Hearn had urged fight fans to speak out against TJ Doheny getting a chance to fight Naoya Inoue. According to Hearn, the Matchroom promoter, the matchup had been a horrendous mismatch. Hearn claimed that Top Rank had misled fans by promoting the fight as competitive. He had practically begged for changes to ensure that Inoue faced a truly competitive opponent. Conveniently, Hearn suggested that the only real competitive fight for Inoue would have been against one of his own fighters, Murodjon Akhmadaliev. "What drives me mental about Bob Arum is he's a liar. I've never heard of Akhmadaliev. Come on, the only competitive fight in the division for Inoue is Akhmadaliev," Hearn said. "I'm appealing to Bob Arum, Mr. Honda, Inoue, don't give us a mismatch. I'm sorry, Inoue versus Doheny is a horrendous mismatch. Don't lie to us. And to fight fans, rather than just praising Inoue, who's an amazing fighter, don't take this. But Akhmadaliev has got a better chance than anybody and he'll give you a great fight." Hearn had attempted to soften the impact of his comments on Doheny by declaring that Doheny was a good fighter. However, the Irish star was likely to be furious that the promoter was trying to deny him a life-changing opportunity and prevent him from earning significant money. "I feel bad because I like TJ Doheny. Someone tweeted me the other day TJ Doheny was a good fighter when he was with you. That was 5 years ago and he got beaten by Daniel Roman. TJ Doheny is a good fighter. He's been a world champion, but don't lie to us. Fight fans, don't take this Hearn added. Top-rank boss Bob Arum had obviously disagreed, went on to make the fight, and claimed that the former world champion from Ireland could not be overlooked, particularly when he fought in Japan. TJ Doheny is a veteran who can never be counted out, as he's defied the odds many times when fighting in Japan, said the veteran promoter. Arum also pointed out that there would be interest regardless of whom the Japanese fighter faced. Naoya Inoue is a generational talent, and every time he fights, the boxing world stops to watch the master at work. Charlie Edwards said that Inoue definitely had it all, but he questioned whether, at some stage, the size would catch up with him. Edwards acknowledged that Inoue was very powerful and a skilled boxer, but he believed that eventually the weight division might catch up with him.
He's definitely got it all, isn't he? But it's just whether, like, at some stage the size is gonna catch up. Like, he's a very powerful, and he's a very good boxer. But at some stage, the weight division will catch up, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just the way it goes. You can't like be.
The Japanese superstar Inoue himself had believed that the Australian-based 37-year-old Doheny would come with the same approach. As a result, he had planned to beat the power to the big punch. To win this fight, I have to concentrate and knock him out. That's the only thing I keep in mind as I head into this fight. That's what I'm visualizing now, Inoue said. I know in my mind what I need to do. Doheny is a fighter who doesn't want to win by decision. That's why I have to be careful. The undisputed champion went into the fight as a massive favorite, but paid no heed to the bookies' odds. The monster said he had to be wary of the former world champion who was undefeated in Japan. I am conscious that I have to be alert, be on guard, he added. I have pushed myself so hard. I am proud to say I practiced the hardest of my career for this. On the other end, Doheny said that everything was in perfect condition and he couldn't have asked to be in a better position. He felt honored to be challenging for the undisputed world championship. Everything is in perfect condition and I couldn't ask to be in a better position right now, and I'm really honored to be challenging for the undisputed world championship, said Doheny. As a boxing man and a lifelong boxing enthusiast, Doheny believed that anyone who held an undisputed world championship deserved the utmost respect. He noted that, despite Inoue being his opponent, this respect remained unchanged. However, Doheny acknowledged that come Tuesday night, respect would need to be set aside until after the fight. He further added, as a boxing man, a boxing lifer, anybody that holds an undisputed world championship, they deserve the utmost respect. So just because Inoue is my opponent, that doesn't make it any different, but we know come Tuesday night we'll have to leave the respect out the window till after the fight. Canadian athlete Haynes said he could name 7 or 8 fighters who, in his opinion, would have beaten TJ Doheny at that time. While acknowledging that anything could happen in boxing and one punch could change the fight, he believed Inoue had more paths to victory than Doheny.
Personally, you might not feel this way, but this is how I feel. I can probably name 7 or 8 guys that Inoue has fought that would beat TJ Doheny right now. That's not to say Doheny can't win this fight. Anything can happen in boxing, and we should never rule any person out because we know one punch can change the whole trajectory of the fight. There's way more ways of how Inoue can win this fight than Doheny can win this fight.
Todd Duboev, president of Promoters Top Rank, said that he thought Doheny had a good punch and was strong. He described Doheny as a tough guy who had been racking up some great wins in Japan, and he didn't believe Doheny would be unfamiliar with the moment. He stated, I think Doheny's got a good punch. He's strong. He's a tough guy, and he's been reeling off some great wins in Japan as it is, so I don't think he's going to be a stranger to the moment. Dubois further explained that he thought Doheny presented problems for everyone because he was a tough opponent. He described Doheny as seasoned and a veteran of the game, someone who had seen it all. With that experience came the knowledge of how to pick his shots and determine the right moments to land them. I think he gives everybody problems because he's a tough out, Dubois added. He's seasoned. I'd call him a veteran of the game. He's seen it all. With that comes the knowledge of how to pick your shots and to figure out the times when you're going to land them. They've seen all different types come at them, and they're not going to jump in and make stupid mistakes, so you may see him be a little conservative early on to see what he has, with the speed and power of Inoue. Roy Jones Jr. described Inoue as one of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world right now. He believed that America doesn't know him just because there are no big fights in his weight class.
There's another tornado brewing over there in the name of Inoue. He just won. That is a bad dude, you hear me? Say what you want, I know he way over there in Japan or wherever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound #1. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. And the United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good.